Welcome to the Mac and Maj podcast. My name is Maj.
This is Mac.
This is Mac. I am, so podcasting, we like podcasting.
I love it.
So let me get that clear before anything.
I love it.
It's just sometimes
We run into some issues.
you run into some issues, the audio, sleep.
We're not professionals, but
No.
I think we're trying to get there.
We are.
We're trying to get there.
We are. It's a tough thing. But you know what? The important thing is that when you guys see it, you don't even know what the heck happened. So
Ideally.
were we here for 2 hours? Maybe. But but it's okay.
It's okay, man.
Also, if you know anything about audio, just hit my DM. It's ITSMAJBOI. I'll repeat it. Never mind. I won't. It's okay. All right. Anyway, what's going on, man? How you been?
It's been a crazy weekend.
It's been a crazy weekend.
Yeah. We did some crazy stuff.
I see you too much.
I think this week I had enough of Maj.
Yeah, I think I've
No
had,
offense, like I love you and all, but like
no,
this is
I've had my fill.
Yeah?
I think
let's take a week.
Yeah, let's take a week. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. And then I'll bring somebody else on this podcast to put a seat, and then Mac's gonna be like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "We're on a break."
We're on a break.
Anyway. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to get to today. And we will start. Yeah, a bunch of stuff is. So the thing about our pre-production is
A bunch of stuff.
okay. We'll figure it out though.
We got it, bro.
We got it. Okay, so the first thing we want to cover is Mac stuck true to his word,
I stuck very true to my word.
and he bought the latest iPad
Well,
Pro.
bot is a relative.
It's a loose term. It's a loose term. The word bought.
So, but let me tell you. All right. So, if anyone like knows anything about like Apple and iPad Pro and anything like that, you know that it's always a big deal when Apple like makes these announcements and when they actually release them for pre-order. So
Yes.
usually in the past, like Apple releases, they announce the iPad, for example, or the MacBook or the iPhone, and then like 2 weeks later you have a pre-order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's available 2 weeks later.
Yes.
Yeah. This time they didn't do that. This time they announced it, they released it for pre-order, and then it's just we'll figure it out.
Really
They don't even tell you when it's gonna release.
interesting.
You're pre-ordering it, but you don't know the release date.
Oh, okay. So they don't tell you when it's going to be available in stores or anything
No.
like that. You just pre-order it.
No, and I'm sure you know, like Apple usually historically does that. Like they tell you like pre-order on the 30th, and then it'll be available on the 5th or whatever the next
Yeah.
15th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This time they didn't really do that, so that worries me a bit.
It worries you a bit.
It worries me because Apple has a lot of work overseas and stuff, and there's like some situations going on. So I think they don't know. I don't know what Apple knows or what doesn't know, but it's a problem.
So you're talking about they might
I'm
not
talking about logistics.
yeah, they might not know like the delivery time of
Yes.
their products and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or I mean they know, but they know that it's probably not going to be like it's Apple, for the love of God. I mean they
It's
probably
Apple.
know, but they
But anyway, that's my beef with this whole buying experience. But the reason why I'm buying it, which a lot of people are looking into the same thing, is do I really need this MacBook Pro now?
So do you in terms of products in general, let's say specific to Apple, do you think that it's important for you to see the product in person anymore?
No,
You don't.
not with Apple. Not with Apple.
Okay.
Because they do a very good job. I mean, I watch all of their.
What's an
keynote.
example of a company that you would need to see it in person?
Samsung.
Like a TV?
TV, their phones, whatever it is.
Great TVs, the best TVs.
Yeah, you know Apple what they do, right? You know they have iPad, iPhone, AirPod, whatever it is. You know it. Samsung, you need a minute to think of, oh shit, what does Samsung actually have, right? And that's when you have to go to the store and see it.
So when you bought a Samsung, because you had Samsung before,
I had Samsung.
you went to the store.
I went to the store. I never did like pre-order for Samsung. Like that's never a thing.
Okay, got it.
You know what I mean? Because it's just not. They're not there yet. I don't think they'll ever be.
Do you think they're not there yet because Apple has developed like a standard to where the products that they deliver has a certain level of like uniformity almost?
I think it's a level of credibility.
Really, you don't think Samsung has credibility?
I
like
don't.
that?
No, to be honest, I don't. Because I use their products. I don't.
I've
think
had a Samsung before. I mean, I had an S4. I think everyone had an S4. But to be honest with you, like I don't know if it's a credibility thing. I think that Apple delivers like
they deliver on design and for me they deliver on design and like usability. Like
I think their marketing is just better, to be honest with you. I think that's what it is.
But their product is better. Like I don't know.
No, to me, yes, the product is better. But I mean, like the security that it offers the consumer. I think in terms of like, oh, Apple, like no matter what,
we know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I think a big part of that is yes, the product is it's running. I mean, let's be honest. It's basically like the Google Pixel, right? And the way I say that is the Google Pixel is a Google phone, right? Apple is an Apple phone, and Android is a Google product.
Correct.
iOS is an Apple product.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So
that's a great comparison.
In theory, it's supposed to be seamlessly integrated. Now, Google, obviously, they didn't do the greatest of jobs, but Apple did a great job of doing that. So one thing that you can guarantee is that it's going to be smooth, and their marketing is just ridiculous.
Their marketing is ridiculous. And that's why, so now this is my dilemma, right? I was going back to the iPad and my buying experience. Do I really need this MacBook Pro now? Because they have an iPad Pro, right? And for me, I like the whole touchscreen experience. I like the whole portability experience. Like just taking it with me. Oh, I don't need a keypad. Like I don't need a keyboard, whatever it is. I don't need to do that stuff. So that's what I was looking for in terms of the iPad Pro. And I think it does that for me. And I don't need this laptop anymore. I don't need a MacBook Pro. I need an iPad Pro. And they're relatively going to be the exact same thing now that they have the M1 chip.
And the iOS 15 that's going to...
And the iOS 15 that will hopefully...
OS 15 or whatever
iPad OS, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's my whole argument, right? Like, Apple is, like, contradicting its own products. It's contradicting its own products.
But any... You know what...
There's a reason for it.
But that's a good sign. Because companies that do that...
Evolve.
That means they're evolving.
Evolve.
They're phasing products out.
Yeah, they're evolving.
Like for example, when they added all that music stuff to the iPhone, and they made everyone knew, okay, so the iPods are dead. Like the iPods are dying.
Like there were Walkmans, but they made it better with the iPods.
Yeah, but the innovation. So that's important for. I think it's important for companies to disrupt their own products.
Yes.
Like that's number one. If you disrupt your own products with industry shaking technology, look at all this vocabulary and buzzwords I'm using. But no,
people will.
I personally am never going to be an iPad guy. I don't think I'm ever going to be an iPad guy. I'm going to try it out.
I think you should try it out.
I'm going to try it out. But to me, there's a few beefs I have. One, I don't like touchscreen anything.
Really?
Like laptops, I hate it. Yeah, I'm not a huge touchscreen fan, to be honest with you. And a lot of the so this is what I use my laptop for. I use it for like obviously record. Well, I have two laptops. I have this laptop, which I use for recording the podcast, doing any types of work. So, for example, if I'm doing if I'm looking at like my property, doing like real estate stuff or whatever, I do it on this laptop. If I do podcast stuff, I do it on this laptop. Someone's gonna steal the shit out of this laptop because I've been. But anything work related, I do on this laptop. Any like browsing or whatever or video watching, I have another laptop for. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm some rich boy that has two laptops.
No, it's the old one.
Other laptop is from 2014. Okay, it just still runs because it's a MacBook. They run. But what I use the laptop for, honestly, is like personal browsing and like YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch it in bed. So I don't want to hold.
No, but they fixed that problem. But anyway, forget about how you hold it and stuff for a minute. You are the target market
for what?
For Apple iPad Pro. Like you are the target market.
No,
the person who is casually
absolutely
like not doing intensive like pro stuff
absolutely.
on their laptops.
Look, don't get me
wrong.
What I
mean?
Don't get me wrong.
That's the target.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I read up on it. It has everything I need.
It has everything everyone.
But you know
needs.
what the problem is?
Tell me.
It's the iPad. That's the only thing that I can't shake out of my head. It'll eventually shake once the world changes.
I think you just need to use it.
But I don't. I'll try it.
Use it, because I'm getting it. God knows when it's going to come, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Right. But what I liked about it, and I'll say this to just close this topic, but the iPad is basically a MacBook Pro, but like just the screen.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they made it.
Yeah.
And I don't need this whole thing. Because I'm not using. Look, if people are like using insane like pro apps, which
we might get to, who knows?
Which iPad will get to.
Yeah.
And even if iPad gets to, even if we get to that level in terms of video editing and audio editing, we can do it on the iPad now. because they have the M1 chip, which is if no one knows what M1 chip is, it's just before Apple used to get Intel chips from another company. Now they created their own processing chips.
Yeah, I think we talked about this on the last podcast.
And just to explain it one last time, they can do whatever they want with their chip now.
Yeah, basically,
anything they want.
The way that they're moving is that everything within their laptop is now owned, or created, invented, or operated by Apple. So
there's no limits to what their applications can do on their processors.
To me, an iPad will never be a replacement for my laptop, for this laptop. Maybe when I need my next laptop, it'll be a replacement. But for me, an iPad is an in addition thing still. For me. But
a lot of people think that way because they still didn't see what's going to happen in the WWDC in June. When that comes, Apple's yearly developer meeting event. When that comes, I think you'll change your mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it out, and we'll see what happens. Once you get it in 2027, we'll give it a try and see what happens.
Just don't sleep on the iPad Pro. Read about it, look into it a little bit more, and you'll be surprised of what its capabilities are.
So something that happened this week is Vanessa Bryan, Kobe Bryant's widow, has launched a Mambacita clothing line. So this was basically, Mambacita was Gianna Bryant's nickname, her daughter that died tragically in the helicopter crash in January 26th, I think, Kobe. 2020. And May 1st was her birthday. So what was May 1st is yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah. Okay, so the players in the NBA were actually wearing Mambacita gear.
Yeah, I was watching it. We watched yesterday a game.
Who was it? It was the Warriors.
It was the Warriors.
The Warriors
game. Yeah, everyone was wearing Mambacita.
Yeah. So
Mambacita.
So basically let me read the caption on the Mambacita Sports. So it says, "Coming soon, 5/1 in honor of Gigi's 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Gigi. Fundraiser. 100% of the proceeds go to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation." So
what does that foundation do?
The foundation is a nonprofit started in the memory of Kobe and Gigi to benefit underserved youth in sports.
Nice.
So another big topic about this is just a couple weeks after Kobe Bryant's estate announced that they're not renewing their contract with Nike.
Nike, yep.
So
which is insane to me.
Which is very smart to me.
Why?
Because now you have ownership of your product. Because before, think of it as like a royalty versus now you have ownership. Now, depending on who you are, sometimes that's bad because sometimes you need that company to facilitate some of that stuff. But when you're Kobe Bryant,
right? But who's facilitating it on behalf of Kobe Bryant?
Well, all the Nike stuff is still all the Nike stuff that has released for Kobe Bryant is still owned and operated by Nike. It's just everything moving forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like the merch and stuff, I just think it's better because they'll be able to control the finances.
Who's they?
Like Vanessa Bryan, she just made Mambacita. I'm sure she's looking for a new partner to do some of Kobe's stuff. And to me, because Kobe is such a huge international star, you could do that. Now, if you're like, I don't know, if you're Davis Bertans, then no, you're going to have a hard time. But because you're Kobe Bryant, it's fine. It's kind of like,
I get it. Yeah, it's just you're able to do it because the brand awareness is there.
It's already there.
The brand awareness is
already there. It's like Drake doesn't need to be signed to a record label anymore. He could just put the music out on his own.
They know who he is.
People know who Drake is, right? So I think that this is really cool. Man, I think so.
It'll be hard though. Huh? It'll be hard to do that.
It'll be hard, but people
just Vanessa doing it. Like I get it. Like you're doing it on behalf of your.
But you have to remember who Kobe was. We can not just his international recognition, but his relationships. His
Oh, I see. And she reaches out to the relationship. Yeah. I get that. I get that. Yeah.
That's one thing that.
No, I'm not worried about her getting the stuff.
It's gonna be more difficult, obviously. Yeah. But I hope they. I don't know. I haven't read anything seeing that they're gonna continue with the Kobe line. The Kobe line was one of my favorite lines of Nike shoes. I think.
Where are they gonna sell the shoes? Like if she does it on her own,
it might not even be shoes. Yeah, it might not even be shoes. It just might be like merchandise and things like that. So I think we'll have to see. But to be honest with you. I'll buy it. Like this Mambacita stuff.
I'll buy the Mambacita.
I'll buy the Mambacita stuff. I'll buy.
Where can you buy it right now? Is it of their like
So
foundation
there's a
stuff?
list. It's called apparently So it says join the list in the caption that the Mambacita Sports account on Instagram posted. The website is called mambaandmambacita.org. Which one is this / I swear I'm not dumb. Is this / this one?
Which way am I supposed to look?
I don't know. Just try / sign up. Oh man. Yeah, so I really would like to, and this is something that I'm going to preach across my circles too, but like definitely support this because not because they need the money, but this goes to the foundation. And also like Gigi would have been 15 today or yesterday. My sisters are 14. They're turning 15 this year.
It's crazy.
And it's just like, I can't imagine, what they must be going through.
Yeah, she was young.
She was really young, and it's super sad. But yeah, always support Vanessa Bryant. I'm always going to support Kobe, any Mambacita thing. So I'm happy that they're doing this, and I'm happy that they're branching away and building their own thing, because I think that that's truly a testament to how powerful Kobe's international brand was and his impact. I'm going to get emotional.
Don't do it. Not now.
Okay. Yeah. But rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Gigi. And yeah, it's tough, but I'm happy they're doing things like this to benefit the community.
Yeah, I agree. I think she'll succeed. Just because people want to support.
The way Vanessa Bryant has been dealing with this entire situation, I just love.
Yeah.
Everything that she's done
from the moment
Kobe and Gigi passed.
Yes. I still remember the time when she went to where was it, Madison Square Garden?
Staples
Center, obviously.
Yeah.
Staples Center, and they did that. She had a lot of nice words.
Yeah.
And she was very like
great speech, very, very, very strong. One of the strongest human beings in the public eye because because
now people know who Vanessa Bryant really is.
Yeah.
Before you did it.
Yeah, and a thing is like the exposure, the publicity, the
and now it's even more because she didn't just do that last year and then she disappeared.
Her husband and daughter died from TMZ.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like the strength that this woman has just to stand up there and go through what she went through and do all of this to benefit the community. She said 100% of the proceeds. Yeah. Like, you gotta love it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot about Vanessa Bryant.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be a force to
reckon with. Yeah, she's gonna be a force for sure.
I'm super happy for them.
That's good.
But yeah, so in addition to that, while we're kind of in the sports world, the first leg of the Champions League semifinals was this past week.
Yes.
Okay. So,
did you watch both games?
I kind of watched both games. So for our international listeners, these games come up.
It's a very inconvenient time
in the middle of the workday, like really just smack down in the middle of the workday.
Immediately. But do you know what I've been doing recently? I've been trying to free up my time during that because it's only like 3 more games.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So I try to even if I'm on calls, I just have it on in the background. Like I mute it or something. But anyway, so the 2 games that were in question on Tuesday, April 27th, you had Real Madrid versus Chelsea.
Yes.
That was a 1-1 tie.
1-1 tie.
That was a 1-1 tie.
Where were they playing?
They were playing in Madrid.
Madrid. Okay. Madrid. So Chelsea has the advantage right now.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question after I say this. PSG and Man City played on Wednesday the 28th, and the score was 2-1 for Man City. They played in France, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, they played in Paris.
They played in Paris.
And PSG actually picked up a red card in that. So here's my question.
Sure.
Before we get into the second leg analysis and what we think. So to me, the home and away advantage... Mm-hmm. Or the basically, so Real Madrid, Chelsea, they played at Madrid. Yes. For those people that don't know, a 1-1 tie goes in favor of the away team. Yes. Because the away team was able to score
away.
I think that for the COVID seasons, that should have just been removed as a rule.
No, but I don't. So I see what you're saying, and let me tell you why I disagree. Because it's not only about the fans.
It's about the travel, maybe?
It's about the travel, being in a different country, right? And the field is not your field. So the playing environment, I understand what you're saying about the fans not being there. So really, like, there's no one like booing you anymore. Yeah. Right? but the environment is not yours, and you see Real Madrid everywhere. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like intuitively,
I get it.
Subconsciously, it's like I'm away.
Yeah, it's just, and I think I agree with you. By the way, I think I do agree with you. It's just
Unconventional.
Yeah, it's just like a topic because like a big part of it is the fans. Like for example, in the playoffs, in the NBA playoffs, when there was no fans in the bubble, the playoffs had such weird outcomes because there's no fans.
Yeah.
You know, like do I think that Miami would go to the finals last year if there were fans? Maybe not, but who knows, right? There wasn't. But anyway, I think that's very interesting. But so let's get back to this. Real Madrid won, Chelsea won. So our predictions was mine. I said Real Madrid is going to go through.
I said Chelsea.
And you said Chelsea. Did this game change anything for you?
Absolutely not.
This game did change something for me.
Really, what?
Yeah, I think Real Madrid are going to win a lot bigger than I thought they were.
You mean next game?
Yeah.
So you think they're going to go to Chelsea and beat them like crazy?
Yeah, I think there's a good shot. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
So first of all, Real Madrid just won 2-0. Yesterday against Osasuna, so they're riding off a win. But
that doesn't help their case sometimes.
Yeah, but Real Madrid never
they flip-flop, bro.
but they don't do well in first legs like a lot of the times. Now this past first leg against Liverpool they did well, but like traditionally like when they get to the semifinals they don't do well in first leg. So if you end in a tie, you're probably fine. But I think we'll see what's gonna happen. I just don't feel strongly about the Chelsea team. I can't lie. Like
you think there's something there? I think Chelsea will destroy them.
Really?
Yeah. Because I feel like, we have the advantage. We can't lose it. Well, okay. We'll see.
This one's a weird one.
The Chelsea and Real Madrid game is on Wednesday, by the way.
Yes.
Wednesday
or no
on Wednesday.
Oh, Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea and Real Madrid is on Wednesday,
3 p.m. Eastern time.
And then Man City and PSG is on Tuesday. So that game's first.
So Man City and PSG, that was 2-1. Did that change anything for you? It didn't really change anything for me.
No, but I don't remember when the red card came in. I thought it was pretty late, right? It came in pretty late, and
the red card came at the 77th minute after the 2 goals were already produced.
Yeah. That's
so
okay.
Another thing for me is
so that didn't really affect Man
PSG's
City.
defense is atrocious. It's really bad. Like it's really bad.
But their offense compensates.
Yeah, against Bayern, the only reason they won that series was because Navas. Like literally, Navas,
the goalie
pulled them out of the gutter.
Yeah,
their
Navas,
defense
the goalie,
is garbage. So yeah, I'm still confident that Manchester City is going to pull this one through.
Yeah, I'm sure that Man City will.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
And I think
what's interesting. Sorry to cut you off, but if Man City goes to the final and Chelsea goes to the final,
2 English teams,
but 2 English teams that never won the Champions League.
No, Chelsea won the Champions League with Mourinho.
Did they?
Yeah.
Then which team didn't?
PSG never won the Champions League.
Oh, was it PSG?
Yeah, PSG never won the
Champions League. Oh, PSG and Man City.
PSG, those two haven't won the
Champions League. I really want someone that didn't win before.
So
I really want Man City to win.
I don't want Man City to win because I'm a United fan, but to be honest with you, I just don't see
them winning.
The only person in this competition that I think can stop them is the team that they're playing right now. So
yeah.
Even in theory.
So that's my question. So if Man City goes through past PSG, will they win? Do you think?
Yeah. We talked about it. I mean, I'm not going to lie to myself just because I'm a fan. It's just like
it's reality.
It's reality. Like I think Man City is going to win just because of their firepower. But it's interesting. The Champions League is weird, man.
But wait. So if Man City is able to do this and win, then that's something great about Guardiola.
Yeah,
insanely good.
Guardiola to me is maybe a top 5 coach all time.
Really?
Yeah.
He's really good.
A lot of people have beef with Guardiola because
he keeps inheriting amazing teams.
I mean, he won Barcelona, Bayern, Manchester City.
Yeah.
But there's something to say about watching those teams. So a lot of people say, "Oh, he's a bad coach. He only goes to the." But if you actually watch the teams that he goes to, how they played before and how they played after. Now, granted, Manchester City won a title before, but the way they played wasn't as convincing as when they played Guardiola.
Yeah.
With Guardiola, the style of play is just so difficult to play.
And now always the discussion is and the argument is, well, Man City's always up there. They never have they're never 9, 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before they were.
Yeah.
They would like slack off. But they've been consistent.
Yeah.
They just haven't won the Champions League yet. And I think this year could be their year, and he does that statement.
I absolutely think this year could be their year, and I think that this team, like, one of the scariest parts about Man City is how interchangeable their roster is. Their roster, their starting 11 is never the same week to week because there's so much depth. There's so much depth, not only from what they bought, but what they cultivated, talent. And guys that they bought when they were super young that ended up being super good, guys they took chances on. Like, you have to really respect that. And as a United fan, it's tough for me to say that, but I don't think their grooming is anywhere near United, but it's still very good. And right. Ultimately, I'm very excited for this Champions League cycle because I think that finally it's going to be two teams in the final that I actually want to watch.
Yeah.
I actually want to watch. Because to be honest with you, I don't really care about Bayern. I don't really care about them at all.
Really?
I just don't care. But you know why? Because I don't watch the German league. I just don't watch it.
That's true. But sometimes I'm shocked that Bayern is in the German league. Because they play like English teams.
Bayern
they do.
Bayern is so dominant that, like, okay, so here's the thing, like,
so pointless, like the Spanish league. For me,
my top league is the Premier League. So when I see Premier League teams, I'm more engaged because I know the starting 11 front to back. Yeah. No problem. I could even name the bench for you.
And they're all famous.
Now Bayern I can name because FIFA, but but you
don't play with, like, I don't know, name a team.
I don't play with Mainz or Hoffenheim. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I do. But so super excited for the Champions League, and assuming that the teams we expect to go through, great. But next week we'll come to you with our finals prediction because at least one of us is going to be wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because of the second one.
Because the second one. We might both be wrong if City and if City.
You mean the City? Yeah.
But at least one of us is going to be wrong. So we're going to redo these predictions next week, and we'll see where we are.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break and let's get back with some more topic. And we're back. Okay. So initially the plan was today to do a series spotlight. For How I Met Your Mother. We're actually going to be it's How I Met Your Mother. Okay. It's How I Met Your Mother. We're going to be pushing that until next week. We had a few topics, and we both wanted to circle back on the show and just make sure that we figured out our favorite episodes and things like that. I've been rewatching some of it.
I'm watching a lot of it, and I want to watch just 2 more seasons before.
It's tough. How I Met Your Mother is tough. There's a lot of good stuff there. But one thing that we wanted to get to this week for sure is what's going on in India. So have you been keeping up with what's going on in India?
I've been hearing about it, and I've seen it on the news. Basically, India's on fire with COVID.
Yeah. So I wanted to look it up because I wanted to see where they were at today. Because obviously for them it's nighttime over there right now.
So the first, just to like push it in, I just want to tell you what I saw on TV the first time I heard about India, what's going on in terms of COVID. I turned on the TV, I see I see a field. I see a field
that's burning.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, what is there, fire in India? And then they're burning bodies.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's bad. So I just pulled up an article before because I knew it was bad, but I wanted to see if they had stats out for today. So India's new coronavirus cases dipped marginally on Sunday. So this is with the dip, okay? But deaths from COVID-19 jumped by a record 3,689, with one more state in India going on lockdown. So right now, like, I'm looking at a graph, right? So if you look up India COVID cases,
I'm looking at it.
You look at a graph, right? And I'm gonna go to deaths. Okay, so let's see. There's like a drop down filter allows you to filter by death. So if you look at the graph, it goes like this. It climbs a little bit, and then pretty much it peaks right after August, then goes down until around March 8th.
So let's talk about this for a second. So let's say March
8th is when you had.
Fine, let's say March 8th you had 77 deaths.
Yes.
You're looking at that graph?
Yeah.
All right. So March 8th you had 77 deaths. May 1st.
Watch this. You said March 8th, right?
I said March 8th.
Okay.
April 8th?
April 8th April 8th, we had 70. What you said, 77, right?
Yes.
April 8th was 780.
Yep.
Okay, and now May 1st is 3,689.
That's
crazy,
bad.
man. That's crazy. And
I heard there's like some sort of elections going on in India, and that's why it's
there's
bad
also,
management. And
there's also a resounding from the political figures, problems that you see across the world. In the U.S., we've seen it. In Brazil, it's like almost like denial.
Yeah.
That's been a huge issue.
But also they say, oh, well, look, we only have 77 deaths.
Bro, the virus killed...
Like, think of this. Like, they have 77 deaths, and their population is like 1 point something billion, right?
They have 19.6 million cases, like, all time, and 216,000 deaths. Like, and I get America has a whole lot of deaths too.
But there are only 300 million people.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's basically saying that the hospitals, morgues, and crematoriums, which is where people get cremated,
Yep.
Has been like completely overwhelmed because they've been taking in 300,000 cases every day in the past 10 days. So it's saying that like many families have had to do their own due diligence and do their own like digging to get oxygen, to get medication,
because
to get things like that.
They weren't ready because honestly, if you look at this graph and you can see in the past like year, they really haven't really been hit that hard with COVID. Honestly,
they did get a surge.
They got a surge in around like September of last year.
Yeah,
which was a big one. But then they got it under control. They got it under control. They had 96,000 cases around September.
Yeah,
and then they got it good. And then they were like, oh well, now since we have it at a good place now, I think they just like, oh okay, well. Let's just go back to normal life.
And the Prime Minister,
the
Prime Minister Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is very, very, very reluctant to do any more lockdowns because last time they did the lockdown, I think it was in the same time period
as September.
Almost. Yeah. So there's a lockdown imposed after the first COVID-19 outbreak, and it led to a decrease in economic output by 24%. Like,
well, I mean, it makes sense.
No, it happens. And countries have been sending over like oxygen equipment and things like that. And a lot of people are actually very upset with the way that the United States has been handling this crisis.
The India crisis?
Yeah. A lot of people were actually, I saw on like social media and everything, that they were kind of taken by surprise that there wasn't more being done by the United States, especially given that the vice president.
But I mean
that's what people were saying, and I get it, but like the
people
the
vice president of America.
Yeah, the people that make those decisions are bigger than the vice president. Like that stuff goes at a bunch of different levels. But obviously, if you were electing a half Indian vice president, expecting that.
She's going to help India.
Is it Kamala or Kamala?
I think it's Kamala.
Okay.
I think it's Kamala.
Let's try Kamala.
Sure.
Let's try Kamala.
Doesn't she say Kamala? I don't know why people kept telling me her name is Kamala.
So if you like with the intention of electing Kamala Harris, thought that, she was going to help, with India and all of that, like that might be
a bad decision.
Like people can't elect officials that way. Like you can't elect officials.
No, of course not.
That's just not sustainable. That's not.
I don't expect them to have.
Like if a Jordanian president came out right now in America,
Prime Minister.
No, I mean president. Like a guy Jordanian was running for president in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if he was running for,
he's not gonna help.
Jordanian. We have kings, bro. We don't have. I don't think he's gonna be like, okay, well, let's go fix Shara Medina. It's not gonna work like that.
That's not his job. Like his job is here.
Yeah, I do think though, man. Like, so Modi's government has been criticized a lot. Modi, the prime minister, because a lot of people were maskless for festivals and political activities and things like that, and they allowed that to happen, and that's what caused some of the spikes. And
but like that happens here. That's on the people too.
No, it's on the people too, but they allowed it, is what I'm saying. Like the government like didn't discourage it.
Got it.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it goes back to, you know, Brazil got hit stupid hard.
It's leadership,
and
bro.
it comes back to leadership. Like at the top level, if people are seeing a leader that is not really concerned or approaching it in like the seriousness in which it must be approached, of course you're going to see things like this.
Believe it or not, the people actually do listen to their leaders in the countries. They do. If a leader comes and says, "Oh, you don't need masks," all right, I'm not going to wear a mask.
And another thing that I read is they're fearing that they're not only like doing this, but not only is there a lot of deaths, a lot of scientists and people that are just doing like predictions and statisticians and things like that are trying to like analyze the situation. They're like, I think they're underreporting. No, seriously, that's the thing that's happening right now. They think that India is also, in addition to all this reporting that they're doing, is underreporting. So them saying like,
oh,
okay,
no way.
Yeah, so they're saying that, okay,
they're actually doing that.
Yeah, so they think they are. There's theories that they are, and there's scientists that are getting behind the idea of that there's a good possibility that that's happening. There's a lot of content out there that I actually read this morning, but so deaths right now, like we said, 3,689. Their fear is that it's a way higher number that's just not even getting reported.
Wow.
Yeah. So and that's some of the fear that you have.
That's leadership.
But that's leadership, and that's a fear that you have with COVID, because I think in the U.S. our numbers, if anything, might have been on the opposite side, where because I have relatives in the healthcare industry, and they said that earlier on, you know, a lot of things were reported as COVID, but you know they weren't able to get to the root. Like someone might have had COVID, but that might not have been the COD.
Yeah, isn't who was under Governor Cuomo? Remember?
Oh, with the nursing homes and stuff like that.
Like he wasn't reporting that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So there
allegedly
there's two sides to the fence here for sure, of underreporting, overreporting. I think that it doesn't hit a net like average where you're supposed to be at, but like. No. But that's the problem with this virus is like we don't really know. We don't really know the full effect of it because we don't know who's underreporting. We don't know who's overreporting.
But hey, we're fully vaccinated.
I'm fully vaccinated.
We're done.
So
when's that booster shot?
To go off of that, I got my second dose this week.
Yes.
So you got your second dose before the last podcast.
Yep, 1 week before you.
Yeah. So I got my second dose this week, and it took me out.
Man, it took us out.
It took me out. Like I was in really bad shape. I got mine on Wednesday. I was in really bad shape Wednesday night. I got it Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. At Wednesday night, I was shaking all night. I took like 4 Tylenol and just powered through it. I did something stupid, which I don't encourage anybody to do.
What did you do?
I fasted.
Oh, yeah. Why'd you fast?
I fasted both days because I'm stupid and hard-headed and stubborn.
I get it. I understand that. I agree with it.
Yeah. No. I mean, hey, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. But yeah, I fasted, which made it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the second day I didn't.
And you took it in the morning. It's not like you took the vaccine at like 5 p.m.
Yeah, and when I mean I fasted the day I got the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the day, like that Wednesday, I fasted, and it was difficult to fast that day because one thing that the vaccine does to you, bro, you get thirsty.
You do. Yeah, you do.
Really thirsty.
You have to stay hydrated. That's what the nurse when she
in theory.
What do you mean?
No, I mean like I didn't like.
Yeah.
I fasted that day.
Yeah. But the nurse told me just like take Tylenol as soon as you get.
You're about to say Panadol.
I was. Okay. Well, for my viewers.
Yeah. That's for you guys out there, for you Panadol boys.
For your Panadol boys.
But yeah,
take Tylenol and stay hydrated.
I'm fully vaccinated. I'm ready to lick doorknobs at the mall. Like I'm super excited to just do gross things.
That was disgusting.
No, man. I think being fully vaccinated is a blessing and a curse because like for a second of it, you're like
you don't know when the expiry date is. That's my problem with it.
Have you realized the cards have an expiration date on them?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
When is it?
They put an expiration date on mine.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
All right, I gotta check this out.
Okay, hold on.
Keep going.
Let me pause the podcast for a second and let me go get my card so I could read you.
Yeah, please. Let's do that.
Yeah. All right. So
it was true.
So it's true because so this is my vaccination card. I don't want to. But this is my vaccination card, and it says expiration 8/21.
8/21.
That's August, right?
That's August 2021. I saw it. He's telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
But do you know why? No one wanted
Wegmans.
No one wanted to flip it. And look at what's on the back.
Okay, so now what? Like, what happens? Do I get boosted in August?
Well, you gotta mask up in August. That's for sure.
No.
That's insane. How did no one know this before? All right, people who are watching
I had
this,
like 3 doorknobs I scheduled to lick
all right,
in August.
anyone who is watching this right now,
Look at your vaccination card
and turn it over. And there's an expiry date on it.
Well, on mine. I don't know if we all have the same one.
I didn't check mine. I don't have mine.
So mine, you know how some people wrote on their doses, like, so first dose,
Yours
second
is
dose?
printed.
Mine is printed. It's a sticker. So they put stickers, and the last sticker is on the back, and it says an expiration date.
Did the first sticker have an expiry date?
Absolutely, yeah. 7/21.
7. So if you never got the second vaccine,
Yeah.
the second dose, sorry,
Yeah.
it would only last you till July.
Yes.
Wow. I'm very shocked right now. I'm very shocked.
Yeah, that's not good.
So they need booster shots immediately. Is that why Biden is pushing vaccines like crazy right now? Just to get ahead of everyone who took it before us?
Okay, and by the way, it doesn't say expiration date. It says EXP. So we're just assuming that means expiration because EXP has traditionally always meant expiration.
But that's expiration.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, someone's gonna be like, "No, that's exopormia," and like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I don't know what exopormia is, bro. Okay, to me, that's expiration date. I get a bag of Skittles. I know when you look at the back,
EXP dot.
EXP dot means expiration date. That's what I know. That's what I know to be true.
All right, so we need to figure out. Everyone needs to figure out how to get that booster shot.
No, but
how many months is that? How many? So they usually say 6 months. That's like
that's not even 3, bro. It's like 3.5 months. Or no, 4 months. About 4 months. So what I don't understand, I'm doing something wrong. Maybe the expiration date isn't on the.
Maybe it is exopelia.
Bro. Imagine the expiration date is on something stupid like the card. Like they have to give you a new card or something like that.
No.
Someone that knows more about this than us, please explain what that means.
Please comment on this video.
Please explain what that means because I'm not going to look it up because I don't want that in my search history. Because if I just discovered something, I don't want to be the guy that was the first one to search
discover it. Yeah, you guys discover it. Let us know.
No. If you want to Google it and have the freaking CIA at your door, you could have that. I don't want Fauci knocking on my bedroom before.
Yeah, it's like, so you discovered the expiry date.
Yeah. No, so that is concerning. But
I'm sure someone has the answer and they're just laughing.
Yeah, someone is laughing their ass off right now. Just please, you know my number. My number is 2. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so let's not talk about COVID anymore because my therapist said it's not good for my. Okay, so you have something to tell me.
I have something to tell you, and I'm shocked. And I learned this recently, like with a group of people. Amazon, for people who don't know, Amazon just opened a hair salon, like a woman's hair salon.
Did they deliver your haircut in 2-hour free delivery?
No, but guess where they opened it?
Where?
You don't know this. They opened in London.
In London?
In London.
But they bald over there.
They what?
What? There's a lot of bald people. I feel like that's a. Okay.
We just lost our British viewing.
There goes our UK viewership.
No, I'm serious. So they opened up a hair salon in London, and they didn't do it just to get into the hair salon business.
I would assume so. Like I would assume so.
So what they're doing is
robots doing it, drones.
No, so think about this because I actually searched this later. A lot of women buy hair dye and hair products from Amazon.
A lot of men do too.
All right, let's just talk about the women right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Let me go on this for a second.
Yes.
This is what the article
you're setting something up. Okay,
I'm setting something up. Just go with me for a minute. So women and men buy that stuff from Amazon, right? What they found was that a lot of women were returning the hair dye because it didn't match their hair color after putting on, or it's not what they wanted, or whatever. So what they did was they opened this hair salon to test. They opened a hair salon, and in front of each chair, there's a huge like screen. It's like a interactive screen where you can see yourself, like it's a picture, and then it tells you like what color it would look like if you pick this color. Like if I want brown color, this is what it will look like. Maybe I need a darker shade, lighter shade. And then while you're sitting there, they put the dye on you. You pay for that service, and you can do the subscription to send to your house every X amount of days.
Oh, so you don't even have to go back again.
Exactly. So they're testing this out with hair products, but they want to roll it out for all of their products.
Amazon is a problem.
Did you imagine that?
Because I'm not even thinking about hair right now.
Exactly.
To me, you're talking about hair, and I'm not thinking about hair.
But like, whatever, any product, any tangible product that you're going to buy. Imagine that.
So how long are we going to let this happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
see?
Okay, so here's not my problem, because that's obviously
virtual reality is going to be insane with Amazon.
Yes.
Watch for them.
Yes.
I want to buy a car. Come in this little simulator.
Dude.
Imagine.
Dude. It tells you things that fit in your car right now. There's the Amazon Garage. You put it in your put your garage.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is like, why is Amazon this good?
I don't know how they think of this.
Why are they this good?
And why are they testing it in London? This is my question. Why not test it here? You have a huge market here. But this is what it's telling me. If no one connected the dots yet, Amazon is gonna let you basically try your stuff before buying it on Amazon.
When applicable, yeah.
When applicable. Goodbye malls.
Oh, that's what you're thinking.
Yes. Goodbye malls. Amazon's just gonna own a bunch of places.
Well, malls in America are pretty much dead anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they're gonna be more dead now.
Yeah. Malls in America
you can try, because I want to go buy my stuff from Best Buy or whatever it is so I can see it. Right? Maybe I don't have to go to Best Buy anymore. Maybe I just go to the Amazon store.
What if Amazon buys, like, so you know how like all these big retailers like Lord & Taylor and Sears and stuff, they're closing?
Yeah.
What if those department store locations within the mall,
Amazon buys them?
It's just Amazon, and it's just an entire like
I
warehouse of that type of shit.
But that's what I'm saying. It's you go in, it's not products, it's technology. Like,
so you're not killing malls, you're killing retail.
You're killing retail.
Like retailers.
Retailers. Yes. Okay. That's essentially what I'm saying. But like,
is this allowed? Like,
yeah, but you don't. This fixes Amazon's problem. Every retailer's
it fixes
problem.
Online problem.
No, it fixes the warehouse situation, inventory. It kills it. Think about it. I don't have to hold it in the store anymore. Like that place doesn't have to have the product. They just have to have you. You see, experience the product, and then you order it on Amazon from there.
Yes.
Like,
okay, yeah. So my thing,
that's insane, bro.
My thing is like, I don't
like the Domino's delivery.
So here's the knock that everyone has always had on Amazon.
Yes.
Always, no matter what.
Yes. Regardless
of generation, is sometimes online isn't gonna work, and that's just not Amazon. That's like even if you order like
anything online,
crack off the dark web, like
how do I know it's good?
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter, like, unless you try it. Yeah, so, I mean, you can't... The biggest knock was you can't try it, you can't taste it, you can't do whatever, right? So now, if you could do that, then what the hell is stopping them? Like, who's going to stop them?
Someone who has the infrastructure and technology to do it. No one.
Do you want Amazon...
Do you know who can?
Who?
Do you know who can?
Who?
Apple can. Apple can. They already have it. Think about it.
No, I thought it's just I'm still not there yet. So you're gonna have to explain.
Apple has virtual reality. They have that AR. What is it? IR. What is it?
What?
You know the thing where you can see your iPad on the desk, for example.
Oh, VR.
VR.
Oh,
virtual reality.
Yeah.
They have that infrastructure. That's what they have. That technology.
No. Sorry, I'm not talking about the technology aspect of it. I'm talking about who the hell is going to stop Amazon because.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah. So just making sure the answer was no one. And here's the thing: I don't want them to stop them.
I thought you meant stop them, meaning who's going to compete with them.
No one can compete. They tried. Like Walmart tried, Google tried. It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
And another thing is the way that Amazon is paying kids out of school. Like, of course they're gonna want to work for Amazon.
Yeah,
They're paying out the ass.
Amazon's getting so big that it's scary.
It's scary because
it could be its own country, bro.
It's like a too big to fail type situation nowadays.
Yes.
And we, finance guys, we know how that works.
2009.
Yeah. So the problem is while I would love Amazon to continue to grow and make my life infinitely more convenient, the problem is the bigger they get, the more impact it'll have if things go to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because if things go to shit because of their size, they're going to have to be bailed out.
Yes, I mean,
right, which is what happened to the mortgage lenders like Moody's and those boys in 2008, 2009 financial crisis, where they got too big, and as a result, when shit hit the fan,
Citi, everyone,
dude. Merrill Lynch, the government made Bank of America buy Merrill Lynch.
Yeah.
They're like,
they made Wells Fargo buy Wachovia.
They called Mr. Bank, and they're like, Mr. Bank, you need to buy Merrill Lynch.
Yep,
like, you need to do it tomorrow.
Same thing with Wachovia.
And he was like, well, I don't want to.
You know how many mergers happened back then?
A lot.
I'm worried that's going to happen in technology. That's the new crisis.
But how do you... The problem is like, here's the problem. With Amazon, I feel like it's even more difficult for people to even think of the prospect of splitting them up, because of how integrated it is with their lives.
But this is a very interesting question that you just asked. Can Amazon be so big and so influential to the economy that if it falls...
It can.
If it falls, will the government help it stay up?
It has to. It has to.
You think?
Dude.
That's insane.
That's the problem. That's why it's getting too big.
You think the government will help Amazon stay on its feet?
Bro, do you know how much one Amazon share is?
Share?
One Amazon share.
3,000 something?
Almost $3,500.
Yeah, 30,000.
And it's down this week. Like, it's down this week, bro. Like, I'm not saying they'll bail them out, but I'm saying that think of the residual effects if Amazon goes to shit. Every Amazon company that's done, AWS done. You got all these Prime delivery done, all this merchandise and stuff like that.
Every single household buys from Amazon.
Yes.
Every single
That's why I'm saying, like, okay, I don't want them to do anything to Amazon that's going to impact my user experience, but if something happens...
I need to do this analysis. This is like a...
This is your game.
This is my game.
Yeah, this is what he likes to do. He likes to do financial analysis and impact analysis.
I'm gonna find out. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find out if Amazon crashes, falls. It's done. Tomorrow there's no more Amazon. How is that gonna affect the economy? Because on one side you can say, okay, Amazon goes to shit, but I just can't buy products easily. But what am I gonna do with my money that I have left over? If I'm not buying from Amazon.
But
do I invest in real estate?
Another aspect of that is that people will actually start going to going to small businesses now.
Yes.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm saying.
And we'll go back to what we used to be, but I don't know, because like
this is an amazing.
Yeah, it's a nasty one. It's a nasty one. We got to figure this thing out.
Amazon, hire me now.
Because when you think about it, like, yes, things could go to shit, or people would just go back to Walmart. Like, who knows what the hell's gonna happen?
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing.
Who knows what's gonna happen? But to be honest with you, like, Amazon's share price being around $3,500, that's nuts to me.
Yeah, I think they are too big to fail.
They might be getting close. I don't think they're there yet.
But like, what kind of like crisis can happen that?
But you know why the banks were too big to fail? Because they held hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt in their hands.
Yeah.
Right. So they were controlling that. Mm-hmm. Right. And that was amongst so many different. All of the major lenders were doing this. So pretty much every house in America that had a subprime mortgage got affected this. And a subprime mortgage, for those that don't know, is basically the reason of the financial crisis was that they were lending mortgages to people that they know probably couldn't pay it. And then they would bundle those subprime mortgages with some other mortgages, some good, some bad, whatever. They would bundle them off.
To make it less risky.
And then make it less risky. Then they would sell them to these, bigger corporations. And that's what caused all of this.
I wonder who Amazon's getting their debt from, majority of their debt. I want to know.
Like they're lending?
Yeah. Like, for example, if they're getting all of their money from, like, Wells Fargo. If they go to shit, what happens to Wells Fargo? You know what I mean? Like, what if they default?
Because what if they default? And imagine...
Oh, man, what a...
Assuming
this happens.
Assuming they lend.
This might never happen to Amazon. We're just, like, speculating here.
Bro.
What? That was not a good look.
Amazon, sell.amazon.com. Working capital loans designed with your business needs in mind. Amazon Lending provides financing options to help small and medium-sized businesses grow on Amazon.
So they have their own lending system.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So they're not gonna fall.
We're done. We're screwed. Yep. No, because if that falls, then all the small businesses that lended from them are screwed.
Yes.
This is a deeper, darker criminal link that we thought.
Yeah.
This is
wow. I hope Congress is not listening to this right now.
Oh my God. What the hell is going on, bro? They want to go into pharmaceuticals. They bought Whole Foods. They got
a garage.
Bezos owns the Washington Post. They're controlling the media now.
Bezos now stepped down.
I know, but they own the Washington Post. So
who's they? Bezos.
Yeah, okay.
Amazon.
Bezos,
not Amazon.
I don't know if it's Bezos or Amazon, but it's pretty much the same thing because Bezos is not going to let the Washington Post shit on Amazon.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
So now they control the media. They lend us money. They're at our house every day.
Let me just say something because that was an interesting acquisition.
What was that for?
There's something we don't know, bro. There's something that we don't know.
Oh, man. We're going to die. We're going to die. Honestly, like something is going on right now. Something's brewing.
Amazon?
We just went down an Amazon rabbit hole that's going to not let me sleep for the next 2 weeks.
Because why the hell would you buy the Washington Post? Unless like you're doing something different about news.
Who the hell buys newspapers?
It's not really only newspapers.
I know, but let's be honest. It's like, look,
it's news.
Look, it's 2021. Like, it's.
He did it for he wants to get into the media. That's what he wants to do.
That's terrifying, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
If you control the media and you have the biggest company in America
and
you're lending to small businesses and you have hair salons and it's too much. It's too much shit. All right. We just got a little fussy.
It is too much shit.
It's too much shit. It's too much shit. Okay. All right. So I think that was a good podcast.
I think it was, man. We went into a few rabbit holes.
I definitely did not plan for that to happen.
The Amazon?
So now I just know a lot of information about Amazon that's just going to cripple me mentally.
Yeah, I want everyone to just, after this, listening to this, just sit down and think. What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
After Amazon beats the world.
You know what's good about when you say what can possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Yeah, everything just immediately goes wrong.
Do you know what's scary? Mm-hmm. Just the last thing that I want to talk about. What's scary is that they do all this shit and we don't really know. Like they get bigger and bigger, like undercover.
Yeah, like under the table type stuff.
Under the table.
And let me tell you something about Maj in 2021. I'm not a reader anymore. I've embraced that.
You're not a reader.
No, I don't like reading. I
read it for a purpose. It was for a class.
Wait, what? Oh, this
whole Amazon.
Okay, got it. Yeah, to me, like, I just don't like. There's too much news out there. Like, I have access to too much information.
That's what overwhelming. That's what Bezos wants to control.
It's like when you go to a buffet. It's like I don't even know what to eat right now. I want to eat everything, but then you eat everything, and you're like, oh.
Bro, what if Bezos is trying to just make us think one way? That's why he bought media. That's why he got into media.
Oh, that's what I thought immediately.
What if he buys CNN next?
This has been a great podcast. I think, we made some good points all through and through.
Yes, I think this was good, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, well, we appreciate everything that you guys do. Like, comment, subscribe on every single platform. Always. We got an exciting new sponsor that we're going to be working with very soon, so look out for that.
Yes, please.
Shout out him. We'll do the reveal sometime in the next few weeks. But yeah, no, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Well, I hope not.
I hope not. All right, well, signing off, guys.
See ya.